Good evening. I'm Alyssa Ashcroft, and this is RE News, your trusted source for critical updates in a world where survival often depends on staying informed. Tonight, we turn our attention to the latest developments from the Resident Evil universe. Without further ado, here are the latest headlines from the world of Resident Evil. Capcom's upcoming title, Resident Evil 9, aka Resident Evil Requiem, has shattered expectations, setting a new franchise record for the most wish-listed Resident Evil game to date. Following months of cryptic teasers and rising anticipation, Requiem has quickly become one of the most talked-about entries in the series' long-running history. Next, the original Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis are coming to PlayStation Plus. Announced during the latest State of Play event, it was revealed that Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis are both coming to PlayStation Plus Premium. This means that once they arrive, the original trilogy will be playable on modern console. A new Resident Evil game in real-time strategy mode has been announced for iPhone and Android. The game is being developed by Joycity Corporation, in close collaboration with Capcom to ensure authenticity and quality. The studio has announced that Survival Unit will be presented in greater detail next Friday, but in the meantime, we'll have to make do with a single illustration published recently and a few details. This gives us a few hints about the game's potential universe and atmosphere. Last month on 7th June, at the end of the Summer Game Fest evening, Capcom brought everyone to their senses with the announcement of Resident Evil 9, to be called Requiem. The game is due for release on 27th February on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. It's a game that has caused a sensation, and one that seems to have fans on the edge of their seats. Capcom has confirmed the news via its official social networks. Since its announcement on 7th June, over 1 million players have wishlisted Resident Evil Requiem on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S, a stratospheric figure that confirms the hype and high expectations surrounding the 9th installment in the Resident Evil saga. Of course, this figure is fairly anecdotal, as it does not mean that 1 million players have bought or pre-ordered the game. Wishlists are wishlists that gamers can create on PC and consoles to list all the games they want to try out and buy in the coming months and years. All the same, this shows that the announcement of the game caused quite a stir and that it is eagerly awaited. It is now official. It's more good news for fans of the early days and for those concerned about preserving the video game heritage of the 90s. PlayStation has announced that the excellent Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis will be appearing on the PlayStation Plus Premium catalog this summer. Although no precise date has yet been announced, we can expect these gems to appear on modern consoles soon. It's time to catch up with Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, and Jill Valentine for their latest escape from Raccoon City, which is living out its final hours. For those of you who haven't yet experienced the first games, the original trilogy will now be complete, and you'll have no excuse for not grabbing your controller. While the big Resident Evil Requiem cartridge approaches, Capcom is also playing on mobiles with the spin-off Resident Evil Survival Unit, which is being overseen by veteran producer Shinji Hashimoto at Aniplex. Former executive director of Square Enix, head of the Final Fantasy brand in the 2000s and 10s, and co-creator of Kingdom Hearts, Shinji Hashimoto has the well-rounded CV of a 67-year-old executive who could be retired without feeling like he's wasted his time. But through the back door, he's now working on the Resident Evil franchise with the upcoming mobile game, Resident Evil Survival Unit. It's an innovative retelling of the franchise that imagines the survival horror universe as a real-time strategy experience that will take place in Raccoon City. For the moment, information is scarce, but Resident Evil Survival Unit plans to present itself in detail next week on the 11th of July via a live stream. That'll be the chance to find out what we'll be eating, and above all, whether Capcom will ever manage to launch a Resident Evil spin-off that finds any success after the failure of Resident Evil RE-verse. That's the end of this Resident Evil update. Thank you for following it with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video for more Resident Evil content. Make sure you've turned on the bell so you don't miss any of our news. I'm Alyssa Ashcroft, and this was RE News.